good afternoon. That is if you are in the Eastern time zone like I am. Or if you're in Western time zone, Pacific Standard Time. If you're in Canada, it's the afternoon. If you're in Europe, then it's the evening. And if you're in South America, it's afternoon, evening. So good afternoon and evening, really, to everyone. Hope everyone's doing well, having a great Saturday so far. Someone commented that is there no sound? Can no one hear? Are people even hearing what I'm saying or no? No, people are hearing what I'm saying. Okay. Chilling. Someone said sound no. I was like, what? Yeah, so snowstorm yesterday. If you're not aware, I'm in Toronto right now. And we had this crazy storm last night where it was snowing, but then there was also thunder and lightning and a bunch of crazy stuff going on. So yeah, that was the first, because I knew there was going to be a snowstorm, but I was sitting here, I was doing some work, and just out the windows just flashing. I'm like, what is going on? And yeah, it was that. There was literally a thunder and lightning snowstorm. There's some videos of it online, I'm sure. It's pretty entertaining. It looks like the world is ending. And also it was freezing cold out, so yeah, it was just a disaster. Today's your birthday. Well, happy birthday. Anyways, we're going to do another rapid fire questions. Just ask me any single question you might have of I don't know, being an actor, languages, hockey, acting. I already said that. Yeah. BC Lightning. Tim. No, not that kind of lightning. Actually, from the sky. Well, it was snowing, which is such a really Ontario thing to happen. Tim, it's so funny that you're in this live, because I was thinking about you this morning, because I remembered that I used to tell you that if I get famous one day, you'll be my bodyguard at like award shows and stuff like that. And I was thinking I'm totally still going to ask him. So just so you know, yeah, I actually thought of that this morning. So I hope that you haven't forgotten about that, because that's a commitment. So yeah. When did I realize I wanted to become an actor? I mean, I've been doing it since before I can remember. Actually, since before I can remember. But I sort of decided that I was probably going to do it for the rest of my life when I was 14, 15, something like that. Yeah. So, yeah. That was, and it was because of The Good Doctor. Have a good day, Tim. Nice to hear from you. Yeah, it was because, I mean, maybe, I don't know if it was directly because of The Good Doctor. I mean, in reality, it's because of every role I've ever done. But I was on set of The Good Doctor, and it was in season 3. So I was 14 years old at the time. Had I turned 15 yet? I might have been 15. And I just realized how much I loved the art of it. I was just much more, I found myself on set and I was much more I wanted to be involved in everything. I was sitting by the director's chair, just watching everything happen. And yeah, it was, I don't know, I just, on that set, I just found, it was in season 3 in the earthquake episode, where I met Freddie in the wreckage, kind of underneath the building. And yeah, and I don't know what it was about that day, about, that role, about what was going on that day, but I just felt so passionate about what I was doing. And I decided that I wanted to I just thought that I wanted to do it for the rest of my life. That day, that was the day that I was like, yeah, I absolutely love this. Because, I mean, I always had fun, right? But there's a difference between, you know, enjoying something and really, like, really loving it, really having a passion for it, really wanting to pursue it. And that was kind of the day where I feel as though I realized that I wanted to pursue it for the rest of my life. So, you could say 14. Hola, Camila. Saludos desde Ecuador. I'm in Toronto right now. Oi, Brazil. There's an Arab, I think it's Arabic. There's an Arabic comment. I don't understand yet. Arabic is my language for 2024. So just hold off a little bit. Sport that I want to play, MMA. That's true, actually. I'm not even messing with y'all. I want to learn how to fight. I'm not going to compete in the MMA, but I am going to learn how to fight. Because you should. You should know, shouldn't you? I mean, but here's the thing. I want to gain a lot of skills. I want to learn a lot of skills that I hope to never use, right? So I want to be... Hi, Tyler. Nice to see you, buddy. I want to know how to fight, but I don't want to fight all the time. You know what I mean? I just want to know how to fight if the time comes. And also, it's great mentally, I think. I think doing a sport like that, MMA, especially as... I won't say that. Just in general, I think it's a great thing to do. So yeah. What should you bake today? It's a gloomy, rainy day. I don't know. Chocolate chip cookies. I'm not a baker. All right, let's see the questions. Bueno. No anda. How did I start my acting career? Crazy that you should ask, because you can find the answer to that question in episode 4 of my English podcast, which I will pin in the comments right now. Just a little bit of a shameless promo. You asked the question, I didn't bring it up, but now that you asked, I thought that I should let you know. So the episode that I posted yesterday is all about my life as an actor. Go check it out. If you want to give me a rating, 5 stars would be awesome. You don't have to. Just let me know how you feel. And I hope that you enjoy. It's for people that are learning English. So, yeah. But if you really want to know. Also, even if you're not learning English, you might be interested in the story. It's a good story. So, you know. Yeah. Everyone's saying it didn't take long. I get it. But you know what? I'll tell you what. I love the thing that I'm doing. I love the podcast, and I am proud of it. So I will continue to talk about it, and if that annoys you, then I am sorry. I'll continue to post things that aren't the podcast as well, of course. You know, keep up my influencer status, or oh god, no, just delete that from your memory. Keep up my social media. I don't even know, but you know, yeah, it's something that I'm doing. I'm proud of it, and I hope that you enjoy. And that's that. And hopefully, you know, it'll get to a point where it becomes its own thing. But of course, in these early days, I'm trying to get it out to as many people as possible, right? I'm trying to get as many new listeners as possible. So that's why I'm talking about it a lot. And to all the people that have listened, I appreciate it. And to all the people that are still following me, even if I'm promoting this podcast so much, I appreciate it a lot too. Just, you know, exploring different things and new projects, and I just infinitely appreciative to the people that are here for it. ¿Qué me inspiró a hacer el podcast? ¿Sabes qué? Estaba sentado un día en Los Ángeles y estaba viendo YouTube y no me acuerdo del vídeo exactamente, pero había un vídeo en el que alguien dijo en plan, tu vida cambia cuando dejas de ver contenido, de escuchar contenido y empiezas a crear contenido online. Y me dije, pues, ok, ¿qué tipo de contenido puedo crear? Que es algo que me interesa, que es algo que, no sé, que es un talento que tengo. Y pues pensaba inmediatamente a los idiomas y pues la idea nació de ahí. Y eso, básicamente. I am not American. Canadian. Very far from being American. A whole, 15 kilometers or less, to be honest. I live very close to the American border. Can I show my room? Yeah, actually, this is my own apartment. I'm not going to show everything, but this is my apartment. It's a pretty nice place in Toronto. Yeah, I love my place. My first time living alone. I'm a big boy now. I'm an adult. So it's fun. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. Yes, I live alone. The door is locked, though. Don't even try it. Brauchst du Hilfe, Deutsch zu lernen? Ja, ich brauche Hilfe, Deutsch zu lernen, weil Deutsch sehr schwierig ist. Hey, I'm getting better, because I remember a few weeks ago I wouldn't have understood that, and I wouldn't have been able to respond. I'm getting better, y'all. What do you think? By Germany, by the summer, I'm gonna be in Germany speaking. Arsenal, I saw that come back today. Crazy. Crazy. 98th minute or something. Hi, funny. I just spoke German. You missed it. Can I speak Dutch? No. I'm sorry. I don't remember any Dutch. What is, in my opinion, the best way to prepare for an acting role? What a great question. Let's talk about that. So, I am really going to Germany, yes. So, it depends on the role, really, is the final answer, because you can't. Every role is going to be different. Every role is literally a different person, a different personality, which entails different characteristics, moods, circumstances, backstory, future, everything, So, preparing for a role just depends on what you got to do, If I get booked for a boxing movie, my preparation would be however much time I had until the movie, I would be boxing every day, learn how to box. If I got booked for a superhero movie, well, I'd probably need to learn some sort of fighting something, and I would do that. And if I got booked for, to play a real person, right? So actors that play real people, obviously do an immense amount of research on that person. They try and put themselves in their shoes, and it's an interesting art. You have to step into the shoes of someone else, totally different. You have to live a totally different life, So it's interesting. Do I like some songs in Spanish? Yes. Yeah, a few. ¿Cuándo irás a España? Este verano. Thank you, Jeffrey. But yeah, so preparing for a role is a difficult thing, but it's an amazing thing. And I'm looking forward to getting a role in which I'll really have to prepare, and totally step into someone else's shoes. Let's see. Did I like more acting in Babysitter's Club or A Series of Unfortunate Events? I don't have a preference. I don't choose favorites. I like them both for different reasons. Well, actually, to be fair, I kind of like them both for the same reasons that I got to work with kids, as in people my age, because I was a kid back then. Whereas, for my childhood, I was usually the only kid. Before A Series of Unfortunate Events, on The Returned, and then I was also, surrounded by adults on a bunch of things that I did, right? So yeah. Que estás en clase, pero está más entretenido el live. Pues la escuela es importante, ¿eh? I don't speak Arabic. No. 2024 I will. Talk to me on January 1st, 2025. I'll have learned it. That's my goal. So here's the thing. By January 2025, by the end of 2024, I'll be fluent in English, French, Spanish, Italian, Portuguese, and German. I'll also speak Catalan a little bit, pretty well, and I'll also speak Arabic. This is the goal. So, like 5 or 6 fluent, and then 2 that I'll speak well enough to, get around and stuff. I don't expect to be fluent in Arabic after a year, and I don't expect to be fluent in Catalan because I don't have as much of a reason to use it, but I want to. So yeah. So that's the goal. Portuguese I'll be fluent in, and then obviously the ones that I'm already fluent in: Spanish, French, Italian, English. English probably won't change. I probably won't forget about English. I have hope about that one. It seems to just stick in my mind really well. I don't really know why, but it just makes sense to me. So, 1 second. I'm gonna go put a shirt on because it's warm in here. 1 minute. All right. Sorry about that. We're back. Did I put it on backwards? No. That would have been embarrassing. In front of 370 people, sit down with a backwards shirt on. That would be very much like me, though. Is it complicated to leave a movie character once the shooting finished? Try answering in French. Alors, moi personnellement, j'ai jamais joué un personnage qui était difficile de laisser après. Parce que j'ai jamais joué un personnage. Il y a des personnages comme le Joker de Batman ou quelque chose comme ça. Ça serait difficile parce que c'est un cerveau différent. Tu dois entrer dans une personne, dans un cerveau totalement différent. Mais avec les rôles que j'ai joués moi, personnellement, ça s'est pas passé. Peut-être un jour. Mais j'imagine que les choses qu'on devrait faire pour sortir de la personne, ça serait, je sais pas, être autour de la famille, des amis, et commencer à vivre la vie normalement, à nouveau. De nouveau. Non, à nouveau. J'avais raison. Okay, that's my French answer. I haven't spoken French in a minute. I hadn't spoken French since I made that video on my podcast account. Yeah. How much time did I take to learn French? 6 months, I guess. I mean, I studied it in school for a couple years before, but I wouldn't call that learning. Anyone who's been through the Canadian school system could verify that for me. Once I put my mind to learning it, I was B2 in 6 months. Thanks, Michelle. Appreciate it. My voice is different in French. Is it better? Gabriel, você pode entender porque vou falar em português para você e todos os brasileiros. Thanks, Tyler. Yeah. ¿Cuánto tiempo he hablado catalán? Nada, cero. No te esperes absolutamente nada de mí en catalán. Espera, dame 4 meses, because I'll go to Barcelona and then I just started that thought in Spanish and tried to finish it in English. That's confusing. Porque iré a Barcelona y pasaré 5 días una semana ahí en el verano, entonces estoy aprendiendo para eso. Por eso estoy aprendiendo. But yeah. Why is my Portuguese accent good, better than the Spanish? Alright, let's have a competition here. Or not a competition. Make fun of me, critique me. I want the native Spanish speakers and the native Portuguese speakers to weigh in. Give me a rating on my accent out of 10. Be honest. Like, don't treat me like a Canadian. Treat me like a native. Imagine how close do I sound like a native Spanish speaker from Spain, because that's obviously where I learned Spanish from. Give me a rating out of 10, and then and then the Portuguese speakers, give me a rating on the Portuguese that you've heard out of 10 as well. And let's see, because I have a friend who also speaks Spanish who says that my Spanish accent is terrible and critiques me all the time. So let's just hear. Let's just let the people decide what the answer to the question is. And we'll see. I personally, for my Spanish accent, would give myself like a 7 probably. And for my Portuguese, I mean, I don't know, it's probably like a 5 or like a 4 or 3. I don't know. I try. My French accent, I have no clue. Someone said an 8.5 for Spanish, 8 for Spanish. Okay. I appreciate that. I can vouch for that. Sim, consegui entender o que você escreveu. Obrigado, Gabriel. Yeah, 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 for Spanish. That's cool. I can get, see, that's kind of like, I would say, yeah, 7, 8. That seems to make sense. Someone said 8.5 for Portuguese. Wow. I'll tell you what, that's harder than I was expecting. I'm not good at Portuguese. That's the thing. Wow, there's so much unity in the comments. Everyone agrees that my accent in Spanish is an 8. That's pretty nice. Thank you, guys. Did you hear that? People from Spain will hear what just happened. I said appreciate it. Nah, someone said 9.9 for Portuguese. Brincadeira. It's water. No, it's vodka that I'm drinking. I'm actually getting absolutely plastered in front of the live. Portuguese 8.5, Spanish 9.5. You guys are being too nice. Thank you, though. But it's not true. Anyways. Michelle, also, if you have an 8 and I have a 7, that's fine. You have a native... Your whole family are native Spanish speakers. So, and I'm actually the most not Spanish-speaking guy in the entire world, naturally. So you know what? I'll settle for 1 under you if that's how it is. I'm actually really happy with that. To be honest, I'm not gonna complain. I'm not gonna complain about that. Anyways, vodka, yes. No, it's water, guys. I will be on the floor. Eu vou ir para o Brasil em dezembro. Como se fala? Dezembro? Acho que sim. Para passar o ano novo aí. Porque os meus amigos brasileiros me falaram que o ano novo no Brasil é incrível. Então eu quero... Dezembro, ok? Então eu quero estar aí para o ano novo, para ver as festas. Mexico, you know what? I do have to get to Mexico soon. I do miss Mexico. Peru, you know what's funny? So this summer, Que cidade é Rio de Janeiro? This summer, last summer, before last summer actually, I had the idea with a friend of mine to go to Peru because it's really cheap in our summertime, or quite cheap in our summertime, because so Vancouver's summer isn't really summer in Peru. So we had this idea. We almost did it. We had the plan. We almost came to Lima. I'll let you know, Gabriel. Não se preocupe. A gente se fala. How do I learn languages? Babbel, and then podcasts, and then speaking with people. You think it's not that simple? I promise you it's that simple. The thing is, like, learning a language seems like a very difficult thing to do, and it's very scary, but I promise you. You know what's interesting? Every single one of you watching this video has learned a language before. Every single one of you. Can you believe that? Every single one of you. That's crazy, isn't it? It's absolutely crazy. You've all done it before. You can do it again. In fact, you're much better at learning now than you were when you did it before. You have way more ability to learn things now than you did before. And most people say, no, that's not true, that's not true, that's not true. It's actually true. So, how do I start to listen to podcasts before I start understanding? Well, that's the thing. So you kind of have to find the point. So, I typically wait. I do Babbel for a long time, and the thing is, Babbel speaks to you. Pero ¿qué son estas preguntas, Michelle? You wait. I sort of wait until, because Babbel speaks to you, right? So, you get a sense for it, and then you find I find an easy level podcast. I like to, and just sort of get used to the sounds of it, and I just move up in difficulty. It's just baby steps, right? You have to take things from step one. You have to be fine with not understanding everything, right? And yeah, that's about it, really. And then if you can find someone to speak with, that'll take you to the... Babbel costs money, yeah. It's not free, but it's 1 bajillion% worth it if you're passionate about learning languages. Emily, you commented, hello, nice to see you. You commented about what I've studied in university. So I was accepted into university for history, but looking back on it, I probably would have changed to something to do with languages. Just seems to make sense. So if you're broke and you want to learn languages, you can totally learn languages. You don't need to pay for about... Here's the thing. There are free resources out there that work, I'm sure. I've just never looked into them because I found Babbel. I wanted to pay for it, and it worked. Why fix it if it's not broken? That being said, there are other things. But yeah. I mean, you can try Babbel for free. Like, you can do, I think, the first few lessons of a language for free, and just see how you feel. I mean, it's 100% worth it. Duolingo, for me, okay, here's the thing. You can do Duolingo and then jump right to podcasts and stuff. You can, but it's gonna be a way harder jump, especially depending on the language. Because some languages are just more difficult than others. That's just the facts, right? In my opinion, anyways. I guess it's not just the facts, it's my opinion. So you can do Duolingo, but I mean, you got to get far up, and you have to do that like every day. You should be practicing an hour, like, because it's just not the same, right? Human Geo would be interesting. I don't know if I'm ever going to go to university, to be honest. I think that that ship has sailed for me. I mean, no, it's not sailed. I can do it if I want, but... Anyways. It's been half an hour. So far, what has been the hardest language to learn? German's given me the most trouble, but also, if I'm being honest, I'm very early on. It's a month in. A month into French, I couldn't speak much. So, I don't know. Probably German, but I mean, it's just the thing is, German is the first language I've learned that has new grammatical things since I learned French. German has declination cases. German has another gender. German has, just other things. But I don't think it's that. I just think that learning any language out there is possible. I really do. And so many people out there say it's difficult without actually ever having really tried it. Like, it's hard. You got to put in effort. Okay, here's the thing. Here's what I'll say. Excuse me. There's a difference between something being difficult and something being complicated. All right? Learning language is difficult in the sense that you have to put in a lot of work. It's hard, okay? You have to put in a lot of work. You have to be consistent. You have to practice for a long time. It takes a long time. So it's hard. It's hard work, but it's not a complex thing to do. I mean, yeah, it's complex, but really at the end of the day, you already know what you have to do. You just have to practice and practice and practice until you can speak. And you just have to practice until you find your method and you can speak. It's not a complex topic. Do you know what I'm saying? Most of the things that we think are difficult, that we think are complicated, are actually just difficult, but simple. I like a simple from the idea perspective. I don't know if that makes any sense. It does make sense in my head. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know. But that's how I feel about it. Because at the end of the day, it's like, for example, okay, take getting in shape, going to the gym, right? It's like, yeah, it's difficult, but it's not a complex concept. Eat better, work out more, and, sleep. It's a very simple idea, you know what I mean? The work is hard, the commitment, staying committed to it, that's what's difficult. That's why people don't do it. But it's not because it's a difficult thing to figure out. You know what I mean? It's there. We all know what to do, and we choose whether to do it or not at the end of the day, right? So it's kind of the same thing with languages. It's just that learning a language seems so foreign. It seems so impossible. Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what I mean. I mean that you already know the route that you have to, you already know what you have to do. It's just about doing it at the end of the day. And I just think that everyone should believe that they can, because they can. Yeah, so you're a violinist, so you know what I'm talking about, right? To get great at the violin, you had to put in a lot of time, but was it, physically it was demanding and difficult, but it's not like you had to figure out what to do. It's there for you, everything's there for you. Learning a language is there for you. You just have to choose whether you want to do it or not at the end of the day. It's a choice. It's not luck. There's no luck involved in it, really. You might get lucky to meet someone. Hi, Malia. Yes, just do it. They got that from me. You might be lucky to meet someone that speaks the language. Great. That's a little stroke of luck. Aside from that, it's not. It's, you choose to do it or you don't choose to do it. It's there whenever you want, really. You know what I mean? So, yeah. But anyways, it's been half an hour. So with that, I'm going to end the live stream and get to work. But thank you for watching, and I hope you have a good weekend. And I'll do another one of these soon, I guess. Bye-bye.